What's up, college football fans? Don't forget to check out and order your copy of Stiff Arming Football Myths, our latest football game plan book. So go on our website at footballgameplan.com/books and get your copy. We have these available in paperback as well as in PDF form. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you another edition of Get Coached Up, where today we're on the campus at the University of Chicago to get coached up by head football coach Chris Wilkerson. So let's go into the field house to see what he can coach me up on today. We're here with another edition of Get Coached Up. I'm here with Coach Wilkerson of the University of Chicago. Coach,
thanks for having me.
No problem. What are we getting coached? What am I getting coached up on today?
Oh, we're going to talk about one of my favorite plays on offense. We're going to talk about the power play.
Now that involves the running back, obviously.
Absolutely.
I'm already sold. Let's go.
All right. So we're going to talk about the power play.
Okay.
Again, this is one of my favorite plays. Every single week, we certainly want to try to find a formation or a way to run this play. So anyway, for us with the power play, now again, there's a lot of different ways to do things, but if we were underneath the center and we were in the eye, for us, we want to make sure, and we'll start with a 4-2 box right now.
Okay.
But we want to make sure, the reason I love this play is because we can get a hard double team right at the point of attack and get what I call a skip pull or an extra hat through the hole.
Okay.
So, you know, I really enjoy this play. For us, to me, it kind of tries to establish the line of scrimmage. We've got a ton of different ways that we can run it. One back, two back, wing, tight end, open end. But we always get a double at the point of attack, and we can get an extra guy through the hole. So if we were playing an even defense in a 4-2 box here, for us, again, the double team will be decided with the guard, tackle, and tight end on the play side. So if we have a guard covered look, that would, for us, would turn into a deuce block. Now remember, the concept here with our power play is this is a gap concept, and that's very important that everybody understands. So our play side guys, no matter what on a gap step, are going to pick it up and put it down. They may move it just a little bit more depending on the leverage that their defender has on them. But it is a gap step, so we're going to step with their gap foot. We're going to get a good hard double here, what we would call a deuce block. Again, right now the ID would be the backside linebacker, so they'll double at the point of attack and slide off on the backside linebacker. For us, there's a lot of different ways to do things on the front edge of this play, but if our tight end hears the word deuce, he will own the defensive end.
Okay.
So right now, again, it's a gap concept. He's going to step with his inside foot. He's going to try to put his hat on the inside of the defensive end and threaten his leverage a little bit and stay as square as he can. This is almost an old Oklahoma drill.
Okay.
Our center would be back. Our fullback or wing would have two past the identification. So this is one pass, this is two past. He would now come on a kick out course. Again, want to be as square as possible and have our hat on his inside. If the kid wants to wrong arm us, we just want to collapse him down inside as hard as we can. Our skip pull is going to skip pull back, and as lateral as he can get quickly, he wants to hug the double team. And as soon as he can find some air in here, he's going to get north. Now, again, for us, if there's a deuce, if this tight end doesn't have a great matchup with that defensive end, this is a play that we may, if we feel like it's going to turn into a deuce and the tight end can't cover him up, we may kill it or companion it with another play. Okay. Where maybe we want to only do it if it's going to be a tray block, and I'll talk about that in a second. But if our skip puller comes through there and we're running the play and there's any flack in the hole, we just tell him to crash the pile, and then we'll give up the play side linebacker. Okay. So if our tight end did give up some penetration here, and if in doubt, he's gonna trap the pile. But in a perfect world, if he holds his own, we'll get nice and tight to the double team and get up here, and we want to be as square as we can on him. Backside, we do what we call pull check. So our kids are going to step inside and then area hinge to protect for any run through, protect B gap first. We drop step with our play side foot, and then we attack downhill from underneath the center. And the aiming point for us in this play is in the A gap. We tell the tailback, have a little bit of patience, believe in the A gap, and then we want you to get right on the hip of the skip pull, so that if he is able to kick that linebacker out, and we do a good job here, we'll actually be right up inside in the divide. Every once in a while, the linebacker spills you tight, and so you just, again, you got to kind of react to that. So we want to press the A gap, and then our secondary key for the tailback is obviously reading the skip pull. Our quarterback, we actually do reverse out so that we can give him the midline. We're back, we want to get him the ball as deep as possible and as quickly as possible.
So how important is that reverse out? Because a lot of times you see guys turn front side handoffs, but that reverse out, I think, works well with this play. For
us, we truly believe it as an A gap play. There's a lot of people that'll run the power as a B gap and out, or will run power and power bounce.
Okay.
We truly try to believe in the A gap, so we want the quarterback to get off of the midline and give the tailback the A gap as much as possible. We want to try to draw these guys in here, and then, hey, then we'll just see what happens. And if the linebacker scrapes right now on the double team and we get a good kick and a good deuce, you know, then we got a chance to split them right down the middle. Okay, so if we get, you know, a guard uncovered on the front side of the play, whether they happen to be playing what we call under, or they're playing a double bubble or an Okie defense, a 3-4 defense, now, again, the call on the front side of the play would be tray. So now the tackle and tight end would be working together, again, to the ID. This happens to be the ID right now versus this box. The guard would be coming down, again, gap concept, still want to cover him up square, try to threaten his leverage a little bit. We'd be coming back. We'd still pull check here and help on the edge. Skip pull around for one past the ID. Fullback has, again, 2 past the ID here. Want to try to hit him as thick as we can. Head on the inside number. Try to stay as square as we can. Still drop step, still press the A gap, still reverse pivot, and so on. So, you know, again, now, for us, whether we're in the I, which we're not very much anymore, or whether we are in the shotgun, again, just a ton of different ways to stay within this same concept. It could be shotgun same side, it could be shotgun coming across, but if we were in a one-back formation with no lead blocker, you know, again, for us, it could be the same concept. Now, if they give us a 4-2 box, we still have enough people to run this. So this would be a deuce for us. We'd still own him. We'd still skip pull for one pass. We'd still be back. We'd still pull check. Again, the aiming point and the backfield mechanics might be subtly different, but the same idea. We still want to try to press the A and hunt the wrapper. It's still a gap concept for everybody else. The problem being, if for some reason there's an extra hat here, whether it's an outside linebacker, safety rotation, somebody we don't think we can block with the perimeter, we would now companion this play with, let's say, power right, and if there's an extra hat here, since we can't block him, maybe we're gonna kill it to sprint pass left.
Okay.
Or we're gonna run, you know, power right, kill it to inside zone. We could, again, if we wanted to still stay with the exact same play, just change who the ball carrier now is. So we could move the back over if we wanted, or if we were running the same side. And now the tailback could lead with the same 1-2 past the ID and let the quarterback now become the primary ball carrier. His thought process is still the same. Press the A gap, hunt the wrapper as a secondary read. So again, for us, we want to try to find a way to establish the power play one way or another. Through different formations, through different motions, through different shifts. And then obviously, it is a play that if we have the right number of players that we can just call and haul, but very rarely do we just go to the line of scrimmage and say, we're gonna run Panther no matter what. There are certain weeks based on game plan that we may say, hey, people wanna play a lot of solid front against us, and let's just say we're in a wing set now, and still back to underneath the center. But they wanna play 3, 5, and a 9, excuse me, with the 2 linebacker box, or they want to play the stack with the 3-5-9. Again, deuce overrides. Okay, so we still number up good enough, 1 pass, 2 pass, but this guy's on his own, and sometimes that can be really, really tough. So if for some reason we wanted to, we could, if they're playing a ton of way overloaded strong, or if they were overloaded strong and bringing an extra hat down in an unblockable position, again, for us, it could be, hey, if they give us the solid front, we're gonna go power right, kill, inside zone left.
Okay.
So now all of a sudden you come to the line of scrimmage, quarterback, if you get a 3-5-9 on the strong side of the formation, hey, kill, 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 kill. And then off we go, and now we just end up running inside zone going the other way. Or we could run middle zone going the other way.
Now with this, let's say that situation happens, would you have a situation where the quarterback, instead of reversing out, handing off, maybe like a short toss, like that toss dive you tend to see?
Not for us. We have not pitched the ball and blocked power at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
We do have a pitch. There is certainly for us some pulling going on there, but it's just a little different concept for us.
Okay.
Again, we kind of put the plays into buckets of concepts. So we've got just a couple of gap schemes. For us, that's the power and that's the counter.
Okay.
We've got our zone schemes, whether it's our inside zone, our middle zone, or our outside zone. And then we've got a couple hybrid schemes. For us, the pitch, or what we call the speed play, where we may fence and fold on the front side of the play. So there's a little bit of man concepts there, depending on who's covered and uncovered, but we'll primarily zone the back side of the play. And so we really just try to talk to the kids philosophically about, hey, is it a gap concept? Is it a zone concept? Is it one of our fence and fold or hybrid concepts? But there's not a, we're not splitting the atom.
Right.
The biggest thing that I like about the power play for us is that if we stay with the play, whether we change the ball carrier, whether we motion a guy over, we can get a good hard double team right at the point of attack with an extra man through the hole with the ball. We really like this. This is one of the plays that I think allows our kids to try to establish a little bit of tempo early on in a game, and obviously it's probably it was our most frequently run play over the last 2 years.
Well, I mean, seeing that we're in Chicago, it seemed like it would be, you have to run the power play, and you guys done a great job with that over the course of your time in the 2 years. But Coach, I really appreciate this. This is in my wheelhouse. This is power play 101. I'm not a zone guy. I'm not a speed guy. I was A gap, B gap, and let's go play. But I do really appreciate you coaching me up.
Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Same here.
See ya.